The dawning 2022 is nearly upon us, and that can mean only one thing. It's time to get festive inside Destiny 2 and chase that holiday loot. Well, today I'm going to check out all the God Roll weapons available, and this season we got 5 weapons to chase, which is more than we've ever had before, so without further delay, let's dive into it. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell, and roughly 98% of viewers who watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed, so subscribe today and never miss an update. Without any further delay, let's dive right into the guide. So first up we have Cold Front. This one is a submachine gun. It's a legendary kinetic submachine gun with an aggressive frame, meaning high damage and high recoil. For PvP, dynamic sway reduction and surrounded would be a decent roll. So dynamic sway reduction improves accuracy and stability while continuously holding down the trigger. Then you got surrounded, so the weapon gains bonus damage when 3 or more enemies are in close proximity. For PvE, subsistence and rampage would be really good. So with subsistence, defeating targets partially reloads the magazine from reserves. Then you got rampage, so kills with the weapon temporarily grant increased damage that stacks up to 3 times. Next up, in the energy slot, we got Glacioclasm. This one is a fusion rifle. It's a legendary energy fusion rifle that delivers void damage. It's a high impact frame, meaning it's slow firing and has high damage. The weapon is more accurate when stationary and aiming down sights. For PvP, Killing Wind and Backup Plan would be really good. So Killing Wind, final blows grant increased mobility, weapon range and handling for a short duration. Backup Plan grants reduced charge time and increased handling speed for a short time immediately after swapping to the weapon. And for PvE, Subsistence and Reservoir Burst to be really good. For Subsistence, defeating targets partially reloads the magazine from reserves, and Reservoir Burst, when the battery is full, your next burst deals additional damage and causes enemies to explode on death. Well, next up we got the power weapons. So we've got Avalanche. This one is a machine gun. So Avalanche is a legendary power machine gun with an adaptive frame, meaning it's got a wear and a grip, it's reliable and it's sturdy, and it deals solar damage. For PvP, Killing Wind and Tap the Trigger would be good. So Killing Wind, final blows grant increased mobility, weapon range and handling for a short duration. Tap the Trigger grants a short period of increased stability and accuracy on the initial trigger pull. And then for PvE, Auto-Loading Holster and Vorpal Weapon would be a decent roll. Auto-Loading Holster, the holstered weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time. Then with Vorpal Weapon, increased damage against bosses, vehicles and guardians with their super active. Well, next up we've got Zephyr. This one is a sword. This one was a new weapon from the Dawning 2021, and Zephyr is a legendary power sword with an adaptive frame. You can launch a heavy uppercut attack, and heavy attacks are stronger when you got full energy. For PvE, Relentless Strikes and Cold Steel would be good. With Relentless Strikes, landing 3 light attacks within a short time grants sword ammo, and then you got Cold Steel, so powered sword hits slow targets. That is really, really good and quite unique. Therefore PvP, Thresh and Assassin's Blade would be really good. So Thresh, killing combatants with a weapon generates a small amount of super energy, and Assassin's Blade, sword kills boost movement speed and damage. So that is really, really good. Okay, next up we've got the new one. This one is Stay Frosty. It is a pulse rifle. It is a kinetic stasis pulse rifle with a lightweight frame, meaning superb handling, and you move faster with the weapon equipped. For PvE, Tunnel Vision and Desperado would be really good, although Headstone is also good too, although it really is difficult to pass up Desperado. So with Tunnel Vision, reloading after defeating a target greatly increases target acquisition and aim down sight speed for a short duration. So then you got Desperado, so reloading after a precision final blow increases your rate of fire. Then you got Headstone in case you want an alternative, so precision final blows spawn a stasis crystal at the victim's location. For PvP, Killing Wind and Desperado would be good, so Killing Wind, final blows grant increased mobility, weapon range and handling for a short duration, and then Desperado, reloading after a precision final blow increases your rate of fire. So really, really looking forward to getting my hands on Stay Frosty, and the fact there is a kinetic stasis pulse rifle, really, really excited to get my hands on that one. Well, next up, let's have a look at how to get Dawning weapons in the Dawning 2022. Well, to get Dawning weapons, you want to get gifts and then trade them with Evil Levante for Dawning weapons. So there's a couple of ways you can get gifts as random rewards from activities. You can use the Boon of Friendship, but also using the new method, and that is the origin trait on Dawning weapons, and that's called Dawning Surprise. Well, as I mentioned, Dawning Surprise is a new origin trait, and it says Rapidly defeating targets will award a Dawning gift. Defeating powerful targets counts more than one. So therefore, you can farm for Dawning gifts just by using Dawning weapons themselves. So using the weapons in an activity with lower level enemies, then you want to build up a good stash of gifts and trade them with Eva Levante for Dawning loot. Well, that has definitely got to be one of the most surprising and unique origin traits in the game. So really looking forward to getting my Dawning gifts. You can also get gifts from other sources as well, but first of all, what we want to do is complete that introduction quest from Eva Levante in the tower and get a decent stash of Dawning Spirit. So you can get Dawning Spirit by completing Dawning bounties and also by delivering cookies to vendors in the tower around the solar system. So what we're looking for are gifts in return. So then we take these gifts and trade them with Eva for Dawning loot. You can get these gifts in return as random drops from vendors, when you give them baked Dawning treats. However, it is a little bit of a rare drop. You might get 1 out of maybe 5 vendors that give you a gift in return. Therefore, we do want a faster way to get the gifts, and that comes in the form of a boon of friendship. So Eva hands out the boons of friendship every day during the Dawning. So what you want to do is pick these up and store them. You want as many as possible. Ideally, you'd have a stack of 5 to 10 in your inventory. So what you might want to do is wait for a few days before popping the boon of friendship and wait until the second week of the Dawning. The Dawning goes on for a couple of weeks, so don't worry, there's loads of time to get that Dawning loot. Once you've got the boon of friendship, you want to pop a boon of friendship in a playlist activity, and then you've got a chance to get a gift in return to drop for you at the end of that activity. If more than one member of a team pops a boon of friendship, then the more gifts you are going to get. So what you want to do is either get together with friends or a group, or put a shout out in chat when you are playing and say, hey, I'm popping a boon of friendship, why don't you do the same? And then maybe you will get a gift in return. So if you've got a team that you run with on the irregular, it's going to be really easy. You can communicate. However, if you're playing solo, it's worth putting a shout out in chat in the game. You never know, people might give you a gift back. So in strikes, you've got a fire team of 3. Gambit, you've got 4. Crucible, you've got 6. I've been playing Gambit as the matches are a little bit quicker, but Crucible matches, they are going to be the most efficient way to get loot. I was looking for the fastest way, so Gambit worked for me. But if you are looking for an efficient farm, I reckon Gambit is pretty good because the matches are quite quick, and you've also got 4 players there as well. So what you want to do is play a few matches of your favourite playlist, build up a good stash of gifts in return, then you've got a good stash of gifts, head back to Eva Levante and pick out the weapons that you want. Well, let me know in the comments what you think of the Dawning 2022 God Rolls, and let me know what weapons you're excited for. Really looking forward to jumping into the Dawning 2022. Well, that is it for this guide for the Dawning 2022 God Rolls, and as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. Or you can check me out on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. Well, if you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Well, thanks again. I'll see you soon.